So you finally got that thing, the job, the house, cars, money, whatever it was that you told yourself that you needed to finally feel like you did it. And then that feeling just didn't come. Or maybe it did, but it lasted a week, a month. And then at some point it just quietly started to fade away. And you were right back to feeling the same way you did before. The reality is that you can get everything you ever wanted and still feel empty. If you've ever gotten to the point where you worked really hard for something, or maybe you just had certain expectations for what it would be like once you got it, and then once you got it, you had the thought like, wait, this is it? Well, you're not alone. This happens all the time, and you're actually much closer to the truth than the guy that still just hasn't figured it out yet. In this video, we're going to look at why getting the thing you wanted so often leaves you emptier than before, and where that hollow feeling is actually trying to point you. If you're new here, I'm Daniel, and this is Full Frame Living, where I help men transform their lives from the inside out. We discuss topics around personal development, but through the lens of faith and scripture. So if you're a guy who's just ready to kind of stop living on the surface and do the real inner work, this video is for you. So for a long time, I thought my problem was that I just hadn't made it yet. I figured once I hit a certain salary or a certain net worth, or I moved into a certain zip code, that's when that restlessness would finally stop. That's when I'd finally feel like I made it. So that's all I focused on, kind of obsessing over even. And to be fair, I got a lot out of it. 12 years working as a corporate videographer, it was kind of the ideal career for someone like me. The money was good, I had a lot of fun traveling, a lot of great moments. And still, I kind of felt this low-grade emptiness that I just couldn't explain. Like there was a hole I kept trying to fill. The worst part was the confusion, because on paper, I honestly had no right to feel that way. I felt like I should be more grateful, and my blessings was just beyond what I imagined. So I just assumed something was wrong with me, that I wasn't grateful, or I was broken, or just being really negative and pessimistic about my life. It took me some time, but I eventually realized that it wasn't that there was something wrong with me, but instead, I was just asking the wrong thing to fill a hole it was never meant to fill. There's a name for this whole phenomenon, and psychologists call it the arrival fallacy. It's the belief, usually unconsciously, that when I get that next thing, then I'll finally feel okay. When I get that promotion, I'll feel secure. When I hit that number, then okay, yeah, I'll feel like that's enough. When I get that relationship, the house, the recognition, then I'll finally be at peace. But here's what actually happens. You get that thing. There's a spike in how you feel and how you view yourself, but it only lasts for a minute. And then your baseline resets. The satisfaction drains away, and your brain just ends up moving the goalpost. Now it's the next thing. Okay, now when I get this or when I get that. You could spend your entire life on that treadmill, cycling over and over again, achieving, arriving, draining, and then chasing again. Always almost there, but never actually full. Because the thing you're really chasing isn't the promotion or the money, it's the feeling you think it'll give you. The worth, the peace, the permission to just finally rest. And no achievement on earth can hand you those things, because they were never really things you could earn in the first place. And all this isn't some just new self-help idea. There's actually a man in the Bible who ran this exact experiment about 3,000 years ago with more resources than any of us will ever have. And that guy was King Solomon. He was the richest, wisest man of his time, arguably ever and ever will be. And in the book of Ecclesiastes, he basically writes what happened when he chased everything this world says will make you happy. He denied himself nothing. Wealth, he had more than anybody else. Pleasure, anything he wanted, just massive accomplishments, houses, gardens, projects that most kings of that time could only dream of. And then he steps back. He looks at all of it, everything he built, everything he acquired, and here's his conclusion. He says it was all meaningless, a chasing after the wind. The richest, most accomplished man alive, who literally had everything, looked at the whole pile and said, it's like trying to grab a fistful of wind. There's nothing there to hold. Fast forward then later in Mark chapter 8, verse 36. Jesus says it even more bluntly. He asks, what good is it for someone to gain the whole world, yet forfeit their soul? And that right there is the warning. You can win everything the world tells you to win and still come up empty, because the world was pointing you at the wrong target. So you might be asking, okay, so what am I supposed to do? Just stop wanting things, stop being ambitious, give up on my goals. No, that's not it at all. This isn't an anti-ambition thing. You should definitely build things. You should pursue that career, provide for your family, set big goals and chase them down. There's something good and God-given in a man who does want to build. The problem was never the goal. The problem is the weight you put on it. It's when you quietly hand your goals a job they were never designed to do. The job of making you feel worthy, whole, enough. That's the part that breaks you. A goal can give you a result. It can't give you an identity. And when you ask it to, it'll let you down every single time, no matter how big it is. So how do you actually break this cycle? How do you get off this treadmill? Here's the practice that genuinely helped me, and it's pretty simple. Next time you catch yourself chasing something, whether it's a promotion or a nice shiny purchase, maybe a milestone, just stop and ask yourself one question. What am I really hoping this will make me feel? Not what will it get you, but what are you hoping it'll make you feel? And be honest, because if the answer is, I'll feel successful, or I'll feel like I can finally relax, or I'll feel like I'm enough. That right there, that's your tell. That's the moment you've quietly asked an achievement to fix something on the inside that it can't reach. The goal can give you a house, but it can't give you peace. It can give you the title, but it's not going to give you your worth. Those things come from somewhere underneath all of it, from being loved and known by God before you've achieved a single thing. That's the foundation that doesn't drain out because you didn't earn it in the first place, which means no failure can take it away from you. So you keep the goals. You just stop asking them to essentially be your God. You pursue them from a place of already being enough instead of chasing them to become enough. Same actions, completely different man underneath. So if you've got that thing, but you're still not happy, sit with that instead of running from it. That emptiness, it's not a malfunction, it's a signal. It's the most honest part of you that's telling you that you were built for something that an achievement was never going to satisfy. And sadly, most men spend their entire lives trying to outrun that feeling. The brave ones, they stop, they turn around, and they finally ask what it's pointing to. That question, what's actually underneath the things we chase, is the kind of thing that I dig into a free guide that I put together. It's called The Whole Man, 6 areas of focus with just honest questions, giving you a walkthrough. There's no cost, nothing to sign up for besides just putting in your email. It's the first link in the description if you want it. And also, I'm working to grow this channel and trying to reach more men who are wrestling with the same stuff. If this resonated with you, if you could please do me a favor, hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. Maybe even share this video with someone that you care about. Just every little bit helps and it goes a long way. Thank you again for being here, and I'll see you on the next one.